Do you know how to fight in the phone booth? If your martial art is teaching you how to create distance for self-defense, then you're learning a sport, you're not learning self-defense. If you can't survive in a close distance encounter, then you're not learning self-defense. Defeat multiple attackers with weapons in your martial art or self-defense system, then you're learning a sport. You're not learning real self-defense. The subject is fighting in a phone booth. Why would you want to learn to fight in a phone booth? And if your martial art or self-defense system is not teaching you how to fight in a phone booth, then you're learning a sport. That's what I say. Because in a sport, you want to create your distance so you can do your kicks and punches and back out away. And they're also, so most martial arts assume you're fighting one person, a single individual without a weapon. So you're only covering half the bases out there. 50% of the attacks. I don't have the statistics, sorry, but I just say 50%. I can say what I want. It's my video. So you're only covering 50% of the bases out there, which is a single attacker, no weapon. What you cannot defend yourself against is a sniper or a assassin. That's what I say. A sniper or an assassin. A sniper kills you from far away. You never see it coming. An assassin comes up, slices your throat, and moves on. And you never see them coming either. Or they poison you, and you don't see it coming. You can't defend against that. So you don't worry about it. There's nothing you can do about that. The best self-defense instructors out there teach target-based, close-quarter combat. Some like target focus training and my system, BET. We are a target-based system. We're teaching you to destroy a human being. As long as you can touch them, we're teaching you to destroy a human being by hitting certain targets, which cause somatic reflexes, which open up new targets. That's a target-based system. A lot of the other systems are scenario-based. They'll say, okay, this guy just put his arm here, or he grabbed your hand here. What do you do? And they'll teach you techniques to combat that very specific scenario. And they might have 1,000 techniques in their system. Where a target-based system, the scenario doesn't matter. You're just going to go hit the targets and cause somatic reflexes, which open up new targets, so you can render the attacker incapacitated, unconscious, or dead. Which also allows, so you don't have to think about it. You just react. If you're attacked, you react, and you just go for those targets. Scenario-based systems, you have to think about. Why would you want to fight in a phone booth? And it's because if I can put my hands on somebody, I can take them out. If I move them away from me and create distance, now that gives them time to pull a gun, a knife. It gives them time to go, let's say we're in my house and I move this attacker away and my son or daughter or wife is somewhere where they can grab them, and then they go grab them. Now I'm in a hostage situation where I just had my hands on them. I could touch them, and I moved them away from me. That's insane to me. If I can touch somebody, I can take them out. As long as I can get to them, I can take them out. Now, if I had a knife, gun, or bat, I would use it because that is a tool extender that extends my range to be able to take somebody out. You got it? They aren't weapons, they're tools. The weapon is the brain of the attacker. If I can take out the brain of the attacker or attackers, then I can survive. And there's no guarantee you're going to survive in any situation. You don't know what's going down. You just got to do your best. So if I can touch somebody, I can defeat them. So if I'm fighting in a phone booth, I have access to their targets. I have access to their groin, their throat, their eyes, vagus nerves, back of the neck. I can touch it. I can destroy it. If I move them away from me, I can't harm them unless I have a gun, knife, or bat. If I'm that close to them, my hands, I can take somebody out faster with my hands than I would trying to get to that gun, knife, or bat. So I would do the damage with my hands, not cause pain, but cause physical damage. And then I can get out my gun, knife, or bat and finish the job if I have to. Or look for the second attacker. You got to destroy one attacker before you go for the second attacker. These other martial arts out there, and I'm not teaching you martial arts, I'm teaching you self-protection, self-defense. But the majority of people see martial arts as self-defense, but I see it as a sport. If they're creating distance, you're learning a sport. Or you're learning a self-defense system from the past. They would create distance so they could use their bow and arrow, so they could use their machete, so they could use their gun, so they could use their spear. And they needed those things because other people would have armor and they had to pierce that armor. So you're learning a martial art from the past. Martial arts nowadays, martial arts used to be kill systems, but they've watered them down so much so they can teach you for years and years and years and give you belts and all that. Which I have a system that does that, my MMA system. I'm going to teach you for years and years and years, and I'm going to collect money from you, and I'm going to award you a belt when you deserve it. And I have a student for years, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to me, they got to be upfront about it. I'm teaching you a sport that takes years and years and years and years and years to learn and master. But don't pretend it's self-defense, because it's not. If you can't defeat multiple attackers with weapons in your martial art or self-defense system, then you're learning a sport. You're not learning real self-defense. In my search for the best self-defense system, that's just what I found. Is that people are teaching antiquated, useless techniques, scenario-based techniques. So back to fighting in a phone booth. If I can touch them, I can take them out. If I move them away from me, that gives them the opportunity to grab somebody else, to pull a knife, to pull a gun, to grab another tool to take me out. Or it gives time for their friend to show up, and now I have to fight two people. I would rather just destroy one if I could, because it's easier. Does that make sense? So I'm either going to show you today how to do that, fighting in a phone booth, or I'm going to upload a video tomorrow about that. This video was going to come out this morning, but the audio it wasn't great, so I didn't put it out. So I'm redoing it. What else? Okay, so I kind of ranted all over the place. And then, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Coach David Alexander, out. It causes you a split second to... the people driving, man, they don't know how to drive. It's very frustrating. I mean, I'm driving and filming, and I could drive better than these people.